I know I've been gone for a while. You ain't even gotta tell me. What's up, family? Welcome back to another video. I know I've been gone for a little bit. Really not that long, just about 3 weeks. I know that you guys are used to getting weekly uploads, but after my ayahuasca ceremony, I really had to take some time to process everything. But what's up? What's going on? Hope you are doing fantastic today. Y'all know the intro by now, man. Deadly Edouard with deadlyedouard.com. But seriously, although I took just like a little 3-week break, a lot of y'all messaged me, and I didn't realize how many day one supporters I had that was sending me DMs saying, yo, I've been watching you since college and I really appreciate the journey, seeing how far you came. Now you're here and you're there. So I definitely appreciate, you guys checking up on me whenever I'm just gone for like a week or 2 weeks. That's crazy because I feel like the channel is small. Even though we have like 57K subs, the videos don't always get out to a lot of people. They don't even get out to half my audience. So that can make me feel a little bit like, damn, like is YouTube holding back my videos? You know what I mean? But anyway, man, so back with another video, fellas. Today we're gonna be talking about how to be a better man, obviously from my perspective, right? So as I always do, I talk to you guys honestly. I talk to you guys straight up, no bullshit. So, you know what I mean? Let's have a conversation, all right? And oh yeah, side note, a lot of you guys have also been asking me to do a hair transplant update. By the way, this is how we looking at 6 months. Just hit 6 months 2 days ago, you feel me? So this is how we looking. I'm gonna be making an update video about that, on the whole process for all my fellas that are balding, that are losing their hair, that want to keep improving yourself. This is a self-improvement development channel, which is why also I got the braces back in my teeth. I'm working on getting my teeth like perfect. They were great before, but you know what I mean? I'm trying to have, like, when somebody's talking to me, like, I gotta tell them, hey, my eyes are up here. You know what I'm saying? I want that Hollywood smile. So still working on that. I'm gonna make that video soon, telling you guys the process of the hair transplant, what to expect. But that being said, man, let me put this camera down, you know what I'm saying? And how to be a better man. First things first, man, what I've come to find true is that you gotta be yourself fully. You gotta be 100% yourself. What do I mean? If you're fat, if you have insecurities, okay, whatever issue that you think that you have, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. Be yourself, accept those things, but work on it. We've gotta stop lying to ourselves, right? A lot of men, we lie to ourselves. You know what I mean? We're like, nah, this issue isn't that bad. This issue isn't affecting me like it's affecting that guy over there. No, you have a problem. If you have an insecurity, work on it, right? I'll give you an example, right? So for me, as a kid growing up, I had a bad stutter. I had a speech impediment, and I've spoken to you guys about this before in my book. I've spoken about it in videos. So I got speech therapy, right? In the last year and a half, even though my speech has improved a lot, I got speech therapy just to work on my speech even more, because I'm learning a lot of languages and I want to be able to speak fluently in all these different languages, right? So I had to go back. I had 2 therapists actually. I had a mental therapist and I had a speech therapist, spending thousands of dollars on therapy, self-improvement, investing in myself. And with my speech therapist, we had to go revisit certain parts of my childhood, right? And that was painful, and that opened up doors for me, right? So there was a period where I'm like stuttering again crazy, because we were going back in my mind, but I had to go back to that part, that little boy in me, to work on that. Now, I'm not perfect. I still stammer sometimes. Everybody does. But the point is you've gotta truly be yourself, understand who you are, and then work on the areas that you need to work on, right? You can't keep lying to yourself, bro. A lot of people are lying to themselves, my nigga. You gotta be honest. So living your truth fully. When you live in your true, authentic self, you attract better situations for yourself. You attract better people around you. Things will start to just happen for you, right? This is the freest I've ever been as a man in my life. I'm truly, fully, authentically myself, man. I feel fantastic, bro. So if you have something that you don't like about yourself, go work on that, gang. Like, go work on yourself as a man. For me, I had to also be honest with myself. Some guys, they go gamble, they go party. Some guys, they have certain addictions, right? Certain vices. For me, my vice was always women. I love women, right? And so I realized that it got to a point where women were consuming my time. I was also losing a lot of money going on dates, just spending all my time and energy on women, which was energy that I could have been pouring back into myself, developing myself as a man, right? So that, I can be better, so that I can better help my family or accomplish my goals, right? I used to spend so much time with women, and once I sat back and I self-reflected on that, I was able to tone that down a lot. You know what I mean? So it's just all about being conscious and being self-aware. A lot of us aren't self-aware because we don't have the time to just sit down. I know we have obligations, we have to work, we're stressed out, we have all these different things going on. The world is crazy. I feel that, right? But we have to take out the time to work on ourselves, be our true, authentic selves. You don't have to put on a front for anybody. You don't have to act for anybody, all right? Just be you, and you'll realize how much of a big weight is just taken off of your shoulder, off your chest. You feel so much free. Trust me. That's even something that ayahuasca told me a couple of weeks ago during my ceremony. She was just like, "Dud, just chill. Like, you're doing a great job. Everything is okay. Just be you and watch what happens." And then next up, fellas, this one is very important and very powerful and very liberating. Detachment. A lot of us are attached to our identities, our bank accounts, certain personalities that we put on for people. Listen, bro, I'm gonna talk to you straight up. Your mom's gonna die if she hasn't already. Your dad's gonna die. You're gonna die. Everything in this life is futile and it's fleas. Nothing is permanent. That beautiful woman that's laying across from you in your bed, one day she may get up and just leave you. Your love may have an expiration date. Nothing is permanent. And I truly believe that a lot of our suffering as people comes from us clinging onto something and being attached. You don't own anything in this world, bro. I mean, you have control over your body. We have control over, our health for the most part, but we don't own anything. So just chill and enjoy things for what they are in the moment. Love on things, respect things, appreciate things for what they are. But don't be attached to any outcome or any situation or anything. In this last 2 years, I learned the art of attachment. I was a person that was very attached to certain things, certain ideas, my goals. I'm so stubborn and driven. I'm a Taurus. So when I work towards something and I accomplish a goal, I just want to bask in it and hold it. It's okay. Appreciate it for what it is and then let it flow. In this last year or last 2 years, I would say really, I've been fortunate to experience certain realities that most men want to experience, right? The money's coming in, everything is good. I got the bad girlfriends. I'm taking them on trips. We're on private islands. And I've documented this stuff, We're on islands. I'm going here. I'm experiencing certain luxuries that nobody from my family has ever experienced. And, certain things started happening. I started having issues with my business. The girl left me a few months after I was struggling with the business. All these different things started happening, right? And then this is what really taught me how to not be attached. You cannot be attached to anything, bro. You can be up one day and down tomorrow. But if you're down tomorrow, are you really down if you're not attached? You can always come back up. You're the one that you're the one that created that lifestyle, that reality, or you're the one that made that deal go through. So don't be attached, bro. Appreciate everything for what it is, and then be able to accept that you may not have it tomorrow. A good book that also talks about this is The Way of the Superior Man. I forget what chapter, but it also talks about you have to be able to love all these things, appreciate all these things, and then let it go. That was tough for me as a Taurus. I gotta be honest, that was very tough, but it's true. When you are not attached to anything, when you have a certain level of indifference and peace, you're at peace. Trust me. I myself in the past have gotten attached to certain comforts, certain luxuries, certain access, right? Having certain people in my life. And this is why I constantly challenge myself. I go throw myself in a random freaking corner of the earth where I don't know anybody. I don't know why. Well, I know why I do this. It's to challenge myself. It's to break the pattern, right? So I've learned how to not be attached. And this has been one of the most powerful things I've learned as a man, and every man. To become a better man, you need to learn how to not be attached. You can have success. You can get everything you want. You can have everything you want in this world. Everything. What do you want? You can have it all. But be able to let it all go. I'm not even saying like just let it all go, but I'm just saying don't be attached. Because how many times do we see really successful people, wealthy people, let's say that their business goes down, let's say that they lose a lot of money, and next thing they're jumping off of a building. It's not that serious, bro. Not to make a lot of that situation, but that could never be me. So you lost all your money, so you're just gonna jump off a building? Like, is the only thing about life is money? No more shit. Nah, man, nah. So learn the art of detachment as a man and watch and feel the freedom that you have in your life. Appreciate everything for what it is in that moment. And then like everything else in life, the law of reciprocity, you take a breath and you gotta let it go. Such is life. That's how life is, man. Next up, fellas, on how to become a better man. I think this is number 3, right? Stay on top of your health, man. Stay active and stay in the gym. We're not gonna stay here too long, but this is so important. Bro, you can achieve success. You can climb the ladder, the corporate ladder, whatever your goals are. You can have it all. But if you get sick and your body's not working properly and your health starts to decline, none of that matters. I'm telling you. You see, even me, myself, earlier this year when I was going through some hardships, as I said, I was having some difficulties in my business. You feel me? Like my shorty left me in a greasy way and just up and left. I was, heartbroken, stressed out, trying to figure stuff out, all this stuff going on. I still got my bitch ass up and walked to the gym in that little village that I was living in Italy. Every morning, I still got my bitch ass up and I walked a mile to the gym, and then I did my workout for 2 hours, and then I walked a mile back. Every day. Now I'm lying. I rested on Sundays, but still, I got up and I walked to the gym. You will never see me out of shape, ever. When you take care of yourself that way, fellas, you take care of your health, you'd be amazed at what you attract into your life. Also, when you're healthy, you're in shape, you're a physical specimen. It communicates to the world before you even open your mouth that you are a man that values yourself. You take care of yourself, that you're disciplined. I don't care what's going on in my life. You'll never see my health slip. Never, never. I'll always take care of myself. It doesn't even have to be the gym. I might mess around and just go run. I might do some calisthenics, some Pilates, whatever. Take care of your health, fellas. Get your bitch ass to the gym. You over here walking around with milky titties. I'm teasing you, but in all seriousness, fellas, I want to see you win. I want to see you be the greatest version of yourself, right? So take care of this aspect of your life and watch the fruit that this area of your life bears into all other areas of your life. One of the main reasons why I'm so mentally strong in other areas of my life is because I go through war every time I'm in the gym. I go through war. I'm challenging myself. Whether I'm doing hang cleans, I'm sprinting, I got a long tempo run, whether I'm doing pull-ups, plyos. It's not easy staying in shape. I'll be the first person to tell you. There's a lot of times I don't want to work out. I'd rather lay down, eat snacks. Just being honest. There's a lot of times I'd rather just lay down, scratch my balls, eat snacks, and do nothing. And feel sorry for myself, right? Nah, we don't do that over here. We got to get to the gym. We got to maintain our tempo. So take control of your health, fellas, and watch the fruit that it bears in your life. You will truly become a better man. Next up, boys. I think this is number 4. This is also very important, man. Honor your word and stand on what you believe in and stand on what you say. I know in this generation, there's a lack of integrity. There's a lack of honor. But how are you going to network and build partnerships, business partnerships, brotherhoods, friends? How are people going to be able to trust you and rely on you as a man, as the leader of your family? Right? How are people going to be able to rely on you? How's your wife, your children going to be able to rely on you if you do not keep your word, if you do not stand on what you say? You see, me, oftentimes I speak very slowly. I take my time to speak because I really want to make sure that I'm choosing the right words. I don't want to mislead anybody. I don't want to say something that I'm gonna, regret, or something that I didn't want to say, because I believe in the power of words. Words are very powerful, and once you put them out there, you can't take them back. Like, you need to really stand firm on your word and be careful what you say. If people are going to be able to trust you, you have to stand and deliver. You can't say that you're going to do one thing and they're not. You see, I've got a whiteboard over there. I write things down and I try my hardest to keep myself accountable and check off everything. Some days I can't check off everything because things came up. I had a meeting or something and it eats me. It eats me. I let it go, but it eats me. I said, Dud, don't you ever lie to yourself. Don't you ever lie to yourself. If you can't keep it real with yourself, how do you expect the world to actually appreciate and value if you don't value yourself? So I know that the majority of us are young here, but don't slip on us. Keep your word as a man. Your word is bond. Honor it with everything that you are, which is why you have to be careful with what you say. Moving on. Learn about class and etiquette. Fortunately for me, I was raised in a Haitian household, which is, an African household, and I was taught respect. I was taught manners, honor. Because if I didn't, I would get my ass whipped. And that's another thing. Parents, bring back ass whoopings, man. But class and etiquette. So many of us, especially young men in this generation, don't have any class, don't have any etiquette, don't have any manners, so rude. Just don't have any social skills, right? Listen, man, again, over the course of these last 2 years, more specifically this last year, I've had the privilege of just being around a lot of different people all around the world and just seeing how different socioeconomic classes act, right? Being around different white people, Asians, Africans, Latinos, indigenous people in the jungle. I've spent quite some time in the jungle here in South America and really seeing how these people act, their class, their etiquette, right? Their integrity. And just being a sponge and soaking all this stuff up across all these different cultures, because also with every language I learn, I have a different personality. When I'm speaking, Creole or French or Spanish or, whatever language that I'm speaking, I adopt a different personality and I understand the psyche of those people, right? It's a interesting phenomenon that for all my people that speak multiple languages, you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. When you speak different languages, you're embodying the culture and it's kind of like you have a different personality. And I've been able to understand and just view different classes and how people act from all types of levels, from rich down to humble, people in the jungle. One thing I could say, man, is, fellas, to become a better man, learn etiquette, learn manners, learn class. Learn how to be a classy man, a man with class, integrity, with morals. Learning all these things made me an even more eclectic and profound man. But fellas, seriously, simple things. Look a man in his eye when you're speaking to him. Shake his hand firmly. Be respectful to everybody. It doesn't matter what level they're at. Let women first. Let women go first. Be a gentleman with women. Respectful. Don't get loud with women. Don't raise your voice with women. You want to be that rock that a woman crashes her emotional waves into. You want to always maintain frame. You want to be so poised and calm. Deep breaths. When you're talking, deep breaths. So many of us are frantic, short, shallow breaths. And it shows. Deep breaths when you're talking. Calm, eye contact. Cadence, smooth cadence. All that body language communicates volumes to people around you. I can tell when somebody's nervous even before they open their mouth by just looking at their body language. Poised, gentlemen. Let's be poised, right? Don't get loud with a woman. Don't scream. I would rather just excuse myself from a situation like that. This one right here may be controversial, but don't cry around your woman. Don't cry around her. Don't tell her too much. Now, if this is your wife and you have a relationship that's strong, by all means, that's your wife. You know what I mean? That's your life partner. Be honest with your wife. But if it's just some girl that you're seeing or that you're dating, a girlfriend, I wouldn't cry around my woman if I were you as a man. Now, you can tell your boys all those struggles you feel like your boys are going to be there for you, will understand you. But if it's not your wife, like if it's not your ride or die woman and you're facing certain type of difficulties as a man, I wouldn't be so hasty to show her that side of you, that vulnerable side. I'm not saying don't be vulnerable with your woman. Obviously be authentic with your woman, but just make sure that it's a woman that's really your woman, that's really for you, not just some chick that you're dating that's just gonna flee. You know what I mean? So everybody's relationship is different. Obviously take that piece of advice with some salt. But I wouldn't just be crying around every woman. You feel me? Especially one that's not your wife or that's not, you know, like that's not your woman. You know what I'm saying? Next up, always do things that scare you. Now, I'm not saying be crazy, like go do something reckless, like, you know what I mean? Like just go do something crazy, jump off a building. But what I do mean is, las cosas que nos asustan son las que más nos crecen. So the things that are the most scary are the things that grow us the most. For example, I moved to South America. I didn't speak the language. I didn't know anybody here. This country has a history of a lot of violence, but by doing that thing that scared me, it made me a more profound and eclectic man. I've made connections. I speak another language now. I'm plugged in, and I've become such a better person. It was scary. I'm sure pretty soon I'm gonna move to Asia, which will be scary because I don't speak any Asian language, right? I speak a little bit of Mandarin that I've been working on, but I'm not fluent. So challenges, fellas, challenges. Like you have to challenge yourself and do things that scare you, because your growth, your personal growth lies on the other side of your fears. I know becoming a better man, leveling up can be scary. It's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be easy. This is why everybody can't sit at our table. Everybody's not gonna be where we're gonna be at. This community specifically, right? If you're in this community, it means that you're grinding, you're working every day to become a better version of yourself. Everybody can't go where we're going. So part of that journey is gonna be cloudy. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna make you say, damn, should I turn back? Nigga, you better not. You better not. So do the things that are scary, that are challenging. And I promise you, on the other side of that, you will find so much growth, fulfillment, happiness, peace, knowing that you actually challenge yourself. And then last but not least, man, obviously I can make this a lot longer, but I feel like stopping right here, man. Maybe I'll make another part 2 of this video, but last but not least, man, control your sexual desires. Control yourself sexually. Desexualize your brain. So many men fall victim to chasing the box, to chasing women, to quick pleasure, to cheap pleasures. So many men cannot control themselves. This is dangerous. You want to know what a dangerous man is? A dangerous man is a man that cannot be moved by his sexual desires, that the sway of a woman's hips cannot get that man off rhythm. He's steady in his tracks, focused, locked in. So many guys have fallen into scandals with women, all types of stuff, cheating. And let me tell you this right now, man. When you are a man with abundance of women, you'll never hear me call a woman options, because these are human beings, right? I don't call human beings options. So, oh, I have a bunch of options. I have a bunch of options. Come on, man. To each their own. But when you are a man with a abundance of women around you, believe me, it's tempting. It really is. I'm not even gonna lie. It's super tempting, because it's easy to just call a chick up, she come through, wop-de-wop. You know what I mean? It's easy, right? I'll be honest, it's very easy, but what is the price of that? Your energy, your time, your resources. You know, you may wake up late tomorrow, the next day, when you have to do something at 6 in the morning. Don't get caught up. I'm not saying don't enjoy life, but control yourself, man. A lot of dudes fall to women. They get killed at the hands of a woman, or, you know, just sometimes women can bring chaos into your life, especially if you pick the wrong one. You know what I mean? A lot of these women are conniving. They have unhealed trauma. They have unhealed things that they're dealing with, right? So just be careful. Control yourself sexually. Alright? So that's the video, man. Those are some of my personal ways on how to become a better man. These things have really helped me and shaped me as a man to become better. I'm learning every single day, growing every single day. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. I don't expect you to try to be perfect. But I do expect you to move in this world like a man who has some sense, like a man who has integrity, like a man who has honor, like a man who's poised, who's calm, collective, controlled. Everything's not always going to be good. There are times where you're going to get frustrated. I get frustrated. There are times where you're going to be angry. You'll be furious. You'll be sad. You'll feel all these different beautiful emotions that we get to feel as human beings. But at the end of the day, don't be attached to it. Don't be attached to it, and watch the level of peace that you'll feel in your life, man. So that's the video, y'all. Love y'all. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, you feel me, all the good stuff. If you're tuning in for the first time, you know what I mean, make sure to sign up for my weekly newsletter. I send that out every Monday where I just connect with you guys on a more personal level, right? So until then, fellas, peace, love, and light, like I always say. You know what I mean? And I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Salute.